Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, family? Hold on one second. Gotta get set up. Actually, I'm going to play something. And I want y'all to share this everywhere for the simple fact that I am going to delete it after. That is how I will be getting to do, especially these type of videos that I'm going to do on tonight. You got to catch them live. If you do not catch them live, I don't know what to tell you. They will be deleted. So I'm asking everybody to share. What I'm going to play and what I'm going to share tonight, it puts a target on you. So I'm going to share it because I ain't never scared, but I am going to delete it. Okay? So I'm asking you now, share this with everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get this video pulled up real quick. While I'm still trying to share it out on my other platforms, and then we'll go ahead and get started, all right? And by the way, greetings to you all. Forgive me for being rude. I know we ain't seen each other in almost 2 weeks. But I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm well, and I'm ready to share this information as I'm led by the Spirit of the living God. Hold on one second. Make sure y'all can see my screen. Yep. And you guys let me know if you can hear once I start playing, okay? Just type it in the chat for me.
Founded in part by the Rockefellers, the United Nations has been acting as a de facto world government since 1945. Starting in the 1950s, the UN began funding scientists to measure for carbon dioxide. And in 1992, they drafted what they describe as the International Legal Instrument for the Conservation of Biological Diversity, and outlined their plans to seize control of land under the guise of climate conservation, known as Agenda 21, because they wanted to accomplish their goals by the 21st century. But by 2015, they were failing and officially pushed their deadline back with Agenda 2030. In 2010, the Rockefeller Foundation published Scenario for the Future of Technology and International Development, wherein they outlined 4 different ways of achieving their goals, which they wrote, once crossed, these axes create a matrix of 4 very different futures. In 2020, they crossed the axis into the lockstep matrix. In 2022, at their 15th Convention on Biological Diversity, COP15, the UN increased the amount of land they plan to steal to 30% by 2030. Their 30 by 30 plan will require the displacement of millions. So far, the direct confiscation approach is working in Europe. The Dutch farmers have been peacefully protesting, but they are being shot at by the police, and so the government isn't stopping, which is why the direct approach won't work in America. Less than a year after Agenda 21 was drafted, the U.S. federal government attempted stripping away constitutional land rights from the Bundy family in Nevada. It was fought in the courts for decades and resulted in a peaceful protest with armed protesters. To avoid a gunfight, the feds backed off. and adapted their plans. In 2008, the Rockefeller Foundation published America 2050, a strategy to reclaim natural resources and reform the federal role in land use policy. The America 2050 documents outline which areas of the country will be depopulated and which areas will be politically absorbed into 10 new mega regions. The Rockefellers envision most of the depopulation to occur in the central corridor of the United States. These are the same states that experienced the most COVID vaccine deaths, a massive area that is not included in the America 2050 infrastructure map and excluded from the new high-speed rail system planned. A big part of Rockefeller's America 2050 is the high-speed rail in America plan, which requires the use of existing railways for its implementation. Some are suggesting that this is why we are seeing so many train derailments. There have been over a dozen derailments and chemical spills on railways in just the past few months, some of which, like the one in East Palestine, are highly suspicious. And these chemical spills could be used as an excuse by the state to evacuate you from your homes and steal your land. The Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act, commonly known as Superfund, was enacted by Congress in 1980. The Superfund provides the EPA with the authority to seize control of private lands for long-term remedial response actions during the event of a toxic disaster. If what we are being told about the chemicals that were burned and released into East Palestine is true, then the EPA could plausibly shut down a massive area, and Cleveland can house the dislocated Ohioans in their 15-minute cities, while the government cleans up the mess and accepts the land as payment. Whether it's called Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, or America 2050, the United Nations and their friends are never going to quit. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
All right, y'all. We still ain't got enough people on here tonight. They are very urgent. Very urgent. And I want to correct something first before I start saying what I'm saying. I'm a believer, and there are a lot of believers that are speaking foolishly. And what I mean when I say that is, I got a lot of people seeing what's happening, and they're like, okay, God will provide. And please don't misconstrue what I'm about to say, because he will absolutely provide for his people. I don't know what kind of folks or what kind of God folks believe that they serve, but if you really know your God, you would really know that his warnings and his watchmen and the moves and the leading of his prophets is him preparing. Don't be a dummy and think that you serve some type of magician. You understand what I'm saying? That's religion. And that's going to send a whole bunch of people to their resting place at an early time. My people perish for a lack of knowledge, the ability, the education, the experience to make a move. Now, the God that I serve has always prepared his people. He has always told his people what the enemy was planning, and he has always given his people a way of escape. That is how he provides. So I just want to put that out there in the atmosphere first. Don't think for a hot second that you just all of a sudden know the information that you know, that you just all of a sudden became aware, that you just all of a sudden became woke. Don't think it for a second. Don't flatter yourself. You are not that wise. You are not that intelligent on your own accord unless the Most High give you insight and understanding. Whether you agree with me or not, I'm not here to make anybody agree with me. I'm here to present facts and truth. And then you can take it and do whatever it is that you want to do with it. I'm just bold enough and I'm obedient enough to say what he says, when he says, say it, and how he says, say it. This is a warning to us all. Whether you take it or not, it would be foolish to be that woke and that dumb at the same time. There are things that are happening, and I need to address this. Let me go ahead and get started over here, because I'm not going to be here before you guys long whatsoever. But I need to do some housekeeping real quick. It won't let you share the feed. Yeah, they tripping. Y'all already know it's one of those kind of lives. And AI and all of this technology has the ability to actually, pick up sound bites and waves and frequencies and all of that stuff, and then begin to block. There's a whole bill that was introduced and trying to become legitimate to censor folks that are telling people, are talking about what's going on with the banks. So I'm telling y'all now, the more people share it, the more people hear it while it's live. Whether they agree or not, like I said, we got to get past the stupidity of debating and being divided. Because the only people that's going to lose, united we stand, divided we fall. It's not just a country's slogan. It's the truth. And it's the whole truth. You can conquer a divided army all day long. Natural things will tell us that. It's united. So let me get started over here really quickly. And then I'm going to do some housekeeping real quick. And then I'm going to share with y'all what I came by here to share with you. What's up, Brother Calvin? I see you. I see you. What's going on Instagram? What is going on TikTok? I ain't seen y'all in a cool minute, but I'm here. Okay. I want to go ahead and just say salute to you all. Hope all is well with you all. I'm coming by here to share some information. Okay. That's one of these nights on tonight. I'm going to share some information about some critical things that are happening that will affect many of people in the days to come. In the days to come. So I'm coming by as a watchman on tonight. What I ask you to do, if you don't mind, over here on TikTok, is if you'll go ahead and put them hearts up there. If one person does it, it doesn't matter. It helps me beat AI. It helps me beat the algorithm. It helps the people know that this is a video you might want to tap into. And that don't cost nobody nothing, okay? So if I'm coming by here risking and becoming a target to get you information, that's the least, the bare minimum that you can do for your girl. And if y'all ain't too, stingy or selfish, leave some stars or some badges or something. We take that. We get people all the time say we can't pay our rent. We got kidding issues. We got a lot of situations with a lot of our people. Okay. If you coming up over here, let me just go ahead and bust you out real quick, because I ain't playing with no devil on today. Okay. I'm not here to impress you. Just a nobody. Your name says it all. I'm not here to impress you whatsoever. I'm not here to play with not near devil. Okay? If you got negativity or whatever, do not pick no fight with somebody that was born for war. I'm going to warn you, because Facebook and all these platforms think or make you think that you have the ability to disrespect me. You don't know who I am, first of all, spiritually. Second of all, you don't know who I am physically. And I am the woman for the job. See, I am the woman that will stand here flat-footed I'm also the woman that will throw these hands, period. So if you don't want no smoke, keep it moving. Don't worry about these lashes. They on my face. And that's all you need to understand. I ain't fixing nothing. I'm not here to accommodate you. I'm here to warn you. And if you don't want the warning, then keep it moving. But I'm not the one nor the two, just in case you did not know. I'm here to let you know. I don't know what these other content creators be doing on this here social media, but I'm not her or him. Straight up. People search, okay? 99 cents. Period. All right, back to the regular schedule program. Yeah, I'm here and I'm bold. See, that's one thing about me. When the lioness is a lion, you can get the lion. And when the lamb is a lamb, you can get the lamb. And tonight I'm the lion. Ain't nobody playing with us. I'm not playing with nobody. This is serious. You got weirdos up on here talking about what somebody's hair look like, eyelashes look like, what their shirt look like, what their teeth look like. Is you stupid? You got a whole dang on government that's coming for your neck. And you talking about some eyelashes. You ought to be the biggest bozo. You ought to win that award. Because times is of the essence. People's lives and livelihoods are impacted and infected by what's happening around us. So I don't come here tonight in peace. Do not play with me. Because I'm not here to play with you. Okay? Period. So back to what I was saying. I want to do some housekeeping first. There's a lot of people that have been and will be impacted by what's happening around us right now. And that's the reason why I show up. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about no insults or assaults. I don't care about none of that. I'm the woman for the job. Go check my record. Okay? I've been here on these social media platforms about 12 to 13 years. Ain't nothing changed but the weather. I ain't never switched up for nobody and never will. I have always been a watchman and gonna die one. And that's just who I am. So I came by to warn you. Whether you heed or not is not my problem. There's one thing that I do know. You ain't gonna do nothing to me in the natural. And two things is you ain't gonna do nothing to me in the spirit. So at the end of the day, I am the woman for the job. I can care less. I don't back down from no demon. I don't back down from no devil. I don't back down from no man. I ain't afraid of no man. I'm here to tell the truth. For those who have an ear will hear the truth. We in agreement? We in agreement, then just type a yes in the chat. And then we can go ahead and proceed. I know y'all been watching a whole bunch of different things going on. And for 2 to 3 years, I've been sitting here saying this, and I'm going to show y'all on tonight. That's one thing about me. As I stated, ain't nothing changing. We have procrastinated so much, it's ridiculous. We have not taken serious, even though the Most High has given us warning after warning. He made me go do research today. So you remember way back in 2020, I told you this about the banks. I told you this about the whole plan that they ran in 2020 before it even happened. I told you about what was being sprayed over y'all. I told you all of that. Now I want you to go look it up. So I went and I researched way back from 2019, 2020. The Father was giving us warnings. Who else can say, yes, I started getting awakened, a couple years ago. I started hearing. I start wanting to prepare. Who else could be honest enough to say that? Because don't nothing just spring forth overnight. Nothing springs forth overnight, family. So how many of you guys can say, yes, I felt like I needed to prepare. I start feeling like I needed to research. I start feeling like I needed to, tell my family or separate from certain people, whatever it was. However you were led to prepare, we cannot say that we were not led. We cannot say that we were not warned. That's right. That's right, Julie D. Period. You remember last year I was warning. 2 years ago. So we had time, family. We cannot stand and say we didn't have time. Because we had time. We had warnings and we had time, and we still continue to play. How many of you guys are ready if tomorrow was the day that everything switched digital? Y'all talk back to me on tonight. If you ain't in no mood to type or in no position to type, then come back and join the next live. I'm going to need some interaction with y'all on tonight because it's real and it's urgent. And we think that we got time to play. And we don't. And that's what causes me to show up. Because of the utter devastation of my people. Let me block this idiot right here, okay? Let me block you because I ain't got time for you tonight. Whoever the hell you are. Let me tell you this real quick before I block you. Satan the Lord rebukes you. Period. How many of us are ready if they flip to digital? Because you know any second could be flipped to digital. Any second could be flipped to digital. Any second. The banks are crashing. That's facts. It's not something Tawana is just saying. You see that with your own eyes. And they're being intentionally crashed. Last year, I got up here in June and told y'all, maybe February or March, these cats is meeting. I got the article right now. These cats are meeting in Washington. The Bilderbergs had their, matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. Here we go, right here. Let me share my screen. If y'all want to see, jump on over here on YouTube or Facebook. Okay? I don't have a whole lot of time to just like flip the camera back and forth, but you can't hear me read it. But if you want to see it and it helps you to make more sense, then jump on YouTube or Facebook real quick. Let me see if this is the one right here. Okay. I see it says on Rumble. Okay, cool. Let me share this real quick. All right. Yep, it was June. I was right. It was June. The 68th Bilderberg meeting to take place June 2nd through the 5th of 2022 in Washington, D.C. The 68th Bilderberg meeting will take place from the 2nd to the 5th of June 2022 in Washington, D.C., and about 120 participants from 21 countries have confirmed their attendance. As ever, a diverse group of political leaders and experts from industry, finance, academia, labor, and the media has been invited. The list of participants is available on the bilderbergsmeeting.org. The key topics for discussion this year are NATO challenges, China, Indo-Pacific realignment, Sino-U.S. tech competition, Russia, continuity of government and the economy, disruption of the global financial system. Well, what is disruption? You got to break this thing down like a 12-gauge shotgun. Disruption. Because they said disruption of the global financial system. So I need y'all to know, what is a disruption of the global financial system? Definition. Okay. So disruptions means disturbance or problems which interrupt an event, activity, or process. Radical changes to an existing industry or market due to technological innovation. Disruption. Disarranging. Interference. So now they tell us that they met about the disruption of the global financial system. Are y'all following me? Are you tracking with me? Just put a yes in the comment if you are tracking with me. They met last year to disrupt, to rearrange, to alter the financial system globally. Hello, somebody. They also talked about disinformation and how it could cost you. Energy security and sustainability, post-pandemic health, fragmentation of democratic societies, trade and deglobalization. Well, let's see what that word means. Reversal or decline of the effects of globalization. Deglobalization means the reversal or decline of the effects of globalization. An intensification of the war is likely to speed up this process of deglobalization. Are y'all tracking with me? This is what they meant in 2022 to discuss. And do you or do you not see it being implemented as we speak? So, with that being said, is this a part of the play or not? If you believe it's a part of the play, then put play in the chat. Because this is a script. Now, my point in saying that is, if you've been seeing them write out a narrative for you, and you ain't on the winning team, then why haven't you prepared yourself or taken this thing serious? Because it is. Now, they just met 9 to 10 months ago about the very thing that we're seeing play out before our very eyes. And even then, we still had 10 months to be prepared. We signed up for stuff that we didn't commit to. And now it's here upon us. They mastered this. This is the script to disrupt the global financial system. Woo! To implement a new world order. What is that? Digital. You want to know why they hitting these banks? Because they are cryptocurrency banks. Now we're shutting you down. Why? Because we got a better system. It's called the centralized banking digital system. And you know what that means? 15-minute cities that you will not be able to leave your home for more than 15 minutes. If you do, you will not be able to use your debit card or your credit card that the government is going to give you. You will not be able to drive your electric vehicle that's so friendly, user-friendly, earth-friendly. Do you really believe that God needed human intervention to help him save what he created? Is we that stupid? Only a devil, and it has been a devil, that have always tried to be like God. That's it. He's not all seeing and all knowing, so let's implement Big Brother. Let's get all these eyes, surveillance, because you don't know what's going on at all times. You are not the Most High God, period. Let's create currency, money, that actually has the eye of Horus on it. The all-seeing Luciferian eye. Why? And get people all boggled up. What's up, son? That is my son. Hi, Kavan Ray. My son is harassing me on Instagram. What's up, buddy? But it's always been a script. It's always been a play. And only a devil will put himself in a position to play God. Why do you think they changing up I'm going to block out the sun? Who the hell gave you permission to do that? I got to save the earth from global warming. Why? Who gave you permission to do that? Why is it you that got to save the planet? Because you want to be God. And you're trying to play God. And right now what is happening is God is avenging his people. That's what y'all better know. It's not all bad for those of us that are in him, okay? It's a good time. There are two things happening simultaneously right now. The bad and the good. I want y'all to know, if y'all are part of them systems, my assignment has been to destroy those systems, to work with my words. All of them is coming down. You know how much money they done ripped off God's people? Do you know how much bloodshed is behind that currency? Do you understand? No, I stand in the power of his might. I said that too. He had me get on this bad boy and decree it so. All y'all financial institutions are coming down. You stole the wealth transfer. You created a scenario that stole the wealth transfer. When our 400 years was up, they were up. And if you got two hands, you'll catch that one. What 400 years? Go figure. August 26, 2019, 400 years was up. I gave you 400 years with my people because of their sin and because of their disobedience. But after 400 years, time is up and you cannot hold them any longer. See, now I'm going to avenge you. Y'all better read. Now I'm going to avenge you. I allowed you to bring them into captivity, but now I'm going to avenge the captivity that you put my people in. And there is no amount of money that you can pay. That's why they start hollering in 2019 for their campaign trails. We're going to give y'all reparations. We're going to give y'all reparations. Every bank, everybody wanted to give reparations. Chase Bank, all these people, we're going to give money to minorities. Everybody wanted to give reparations. But the Most High said, that is not enough. Because I told my people when that 400 years was up, that I was going to deliver them fully loaded. That's what I told them. And I am not a God that lies. I'm not. So he gave us the idea, he gave us the intellect, he gave us the resources to take back our power. He did. I ain't never seen as many crackheads as I seen getting PPP money, $40,000. He started taking it from them, and there was nothing that they could do. They couldn't keep track. They still trying to figure it out as we speak. All that stimulus money, all of that EDD money. I mean, everybody and their mama, even prisoners, was getting money. There was nothing that they could do. And see, that was a time when we were supposed to be doing what we were supposed to be doing. Because he said, I said, plunder them. He said, I said, take it back. He said, I let them store that up for you, my people. Problem was, my people was waiting on things to go back to normal. They were still caught up in the beast system, trying to work. And some of y'all is still trying to work in this daggone system. Shame on you. Well, Dr. T, what am I going to do? It's a million things you can do. When you were put in this earth, you was born with a gift. It's a million things you can do. It's either your mindset, it's either fear, it's something. There's a million things that you can do to get out of that system. I said, come out from amongst her, lest you share in her sins and receive of her plagues. Because Babylon is going down. How many of y'all see Babylon falling? Huh? How many of y'all see Babylon falling? If you think we're in charge, we're not. These peace treaties and stuff that they got going on globally, yeah, that's to wipe out this nation. And it's going to be wiped out, whether we like it or not. The only thing we can do at this point is prepare accordingly. If he say get to the wilderness, get to the mountains, get to the desert, that's exactly what he said. And if you're in him, then you'll be spared or covered, protected. And if you're not, then that's your business. You get what's coming to you. Period. Babylon is going down, beloveds. If you think that what you see is something, stay prepared. That's why many of nights. And I get very emotional. I'm really not trying to cry at this moment. Many of nights and days, I cried and I wailed. Not just a cry, but a wailing on behalf of my people, because I saw the intended target. And no matter what my own people would do to me and say all manner of evil about me, I still would show up for them because I saw the intended target. And I also saw the Father's love towards his people. Still see it. I can't shake it. Sometimes I don't even understand it. These people don't want nothing to do with you. They'd rather be caught up in defend Beyonce and all this other weird stuff. They want to be in the system. They're not trying to serve you wholeheartedly. They're not trying to come out. Why do you love them so much? This is my conversation. Then I sit in these groups. I'm going to show y'all some of the screenshots. They have these conversations. Hey, so what are you guys going to do? How many of you guys went and pulled out your money? Like, what is your plan? Oh, I already got gold and silver. I already got hard assets, precious metals. Let me ask on tonight, how many of my people on here tonight have gold and silver and precious metals? That currency ain't gonna never, ever lose its value. Gold been here since the beginning. I can take you to scripture. It's written. That's my facts and my truth. I can take you to a place where you can see it. Way before you even existed, and myself as well. That's what makes it legit. How many of you guys have gold, silver, precious metals, land? Because that's what the Father told us. That's what the Father told us a long time ago. He said, invest in that, because that's always been the currency of the kingdom. Invest in land, invest in gold, invest in silver. A lot of people be like, Dr. T, you doing that crypto? I said, no, it's something about that crypto. I don't judge anybody, to each his own, but I was never given the green light to get involved in anything pertaining to that. I just wasn't. It's like I was not led to get into that. It was just something that was way off to me. It did not sit or bear witness with my spirit. I'm like, no, I'm going to go and I'm going to do gold and silver. Let me show y'all right now. I'm going to show y'all the dates. Like I said, if y'all want to see anything, excuse me, that I'm posting, let me go over here and find it. Okay, hold on. So y'all see this? Because that's when he start preparing me for it. Okay? This is when he start preparing me for it. Way back, August of 2020, 3 years ago. Of course, now we have way more. I would just, look. This is what I felt led to do. So you know I'm not lying. I don't care if you think that anyway, but so you know that what I say is real. What I say is facts. I'm just not up here shooting the bull with you. Okay? You see that? April 24th, 2020. Gold is the currency of monarchs. You better believe that. Silver is the currency of gentlemen. Bartering is the currency of peasants. And debt is the currency of slaves. God told you to get your credit a year ago. Get your credit together a year ago, and you still haven't. Your disobedience is why your stuff is held up. This was April 2020. Then you see in January 2021, silver collection getting slow on steroids. I was not running around trying to buy stuff and trying to feed Big Brother and big business. I was actually trying to prepare for my children. I didn't live life, to be honest with you. But I need to make sure that my kids, that's my responsibility. It says a wise man or woman leaves an inheritance for their children's children. That's 2 generations. So I needed to make sure that my children and my grandchildren had something. And if y'all wanted to bankrupt the beast system, because my father told me to come out of it anyway, then I would have something. Okay? So I just wanted to show that to you. I have my gold and silver on automation every single month. We get another batch and another batch and another batch and another batch. That was not something that I was willing to play with. So I have a link. If you want to sign up under my link, then feel free to do so. But Quicksilver, my gold carrot bars. And then I'm in some other groups with some other people that got real gold. I said that about 6 months ago too. Y'all want to know what stocks to get into and which way the gold is? That's why Vladimir Putin owns 40% of the gold. Gold, everything is backed up by gold. Gold ain't gonna never go nowhere. That's why I felt led to go that way. I'm not willing to risk and try something new. Let me see how it works for a while. But I even after, crypto and all this digital Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all this stuff been in existence for a cool minute, still never felt led to go that route. I was led to buy investment property dirt, because that's what he gave to his people. All of his people was loaded with land, with oxen, cattle, gold, and silver. Now I'm going to follow the blueprint. Yep. They were asking me over here, where did I get my gold and my silver? I'm on a whole nother caliber with some other type of folks, okay? Even right now, you should be investing into gold. Even right now. Crazy part about it is we didn't let it go up. Why? Because the banks is crashing. Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's go. Every bank, big and small, will fall. There ain't no coming back. When they did not do right by the Most High and his people, wasn't no bouncing back from that. And that's why the Father said, look, I want you to prepare this way. I'm telling you, for 6 months, I wailed because I was able to have insight about what was coming. And me being a human being, it was devastating to me as a human being. I had to eat that it ain't going back to normal. That this is the way. And this is how I need you to work with me and trust me in this hour, or you will not make it. So I had to discipline myself. That don't feel good, but it's necessary. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let not near one of these devils, do you understand me? Not near one of them take me out. Or my family, not on my watch. I'm not leaving here until he says it's time to go. And not a minute sooner. And I'm never going to bow my knee to Baal either. To hell I look like. I'm a soldier. I'm a warrior. I'm not going to ever bow my knee for what? There's going to be a lot of people that's going to compromise. Here in the times coming soon. People that you never think would compromise. People that you never imagined would compromise. There are going to be a lot of people compromising and doing things that they know they ought not to be. I want to say this before I share this information with y'all, and then I'm going to go. Way back in 2010, I'm a dreamer. So I've always been a dreamer. A lot of things in my life did not happen to me because if I wasn't like conscious enough to grasp it in the natural, then I would go to sleep and have a dream about it. He has protected me from people, situations that I thought I was going to go and get into. Yeah, I'm going to go over there and do that. And then he'll warn me in a dream. So in 2010, I'll never forget this dream. Never can forget this dream. And the reason why I cannot ever forget this dream is because I dreamt the dream 17 times in one night. 17. I would go to sleep. The dream would start at the same beginning and finish at the same ending. I'd wake up and be like, dang, I dreamed that 5 times. Go back to sleep all the way until I did that 17 times. 17. And it was a quick dream. So I'm going to tell you what the dream was. In the dream, it was like this corridor, like this open shopping plaza. And there was a lot of people in the line. And the line was so long that I was like towards the back of the line, looking up towards the front, trying to figure out what was going on. And me and my husband got in the line so we can get to the front of the line and see what was going on. And we waited for a very long time. And when we got up to the top of the line, we could see that people were receiving a coin in their hand. And Barack Obama was the one giving them the coin. And he wouldn't touch their hand like an exchange like that. He'd drop it like that. And then they would be able to run off and enter into these stores that they were around. You had to get in line in order to go to these stores. You had to get this coin in order to go into these stores. So I'm watching everybody do that. And I'm like, well, maybe we need a coin. I'm telling my husband, maybe we need a coin. Let's stay in the line. Let's get to the top of the line. And so whenever it would be my time to go up to the front of the line, I would walk up like this, like I'm ready to receive my coin. And then this loud voice from out of the heavens, deep roaring voice, would say 3 times, run, run, run. And then I would stand there suspended like, run, run, run. Like shocked. My hand would still be out. And I'm thinking, I'm debating in my mind, if I run, they're going to know that I know something and probably shoot me in my back. But if it even drops in my hand, then I'm in trouble. And then the dream would end. And it'll pick back up from the end of the line till we get to the top of the line. And then I walk up like that and getting ready to drop it in my hand. And it was real loud and stern. Run, run, run. And then I would be like, oh my God, should I run? They're going to kill me. Then I look at my husband and we get ready to bolt off and the dream ends. I dreamt that dream 17 times. So I knew way back then in 2010 that something was coming where the government, that's who Obama represented in the dream, was going to have to be issuing out people, resources. And that would be the only ways that they would be able to enter into the stores. And they would be able to shop. The only way. And the warning to me was, you bet not. The warning to me was, you better not. You better not. That's why I was very stern, and that's why I was very firm. Thank you, brother, King of the Weights, for the badges. I appreciate you. I do kingdom over here, just in case y'all don't know. I make sure that to the best of my ability, that people are not going to starve. They're not going to be homeless. They're not going to be without lights. They're not going to be without their basic necessities. I'm commanded to do that. If I have that, then my brother should have that. And my sister should have that. I don't care if I like you or not. I'm commanded to show brotherly love. I'm commanded to treat my neighbor as myself. So if I ain't going to starve myself, and this is a way that helps me be able to do that. I never take a deposit from the badges or anything. Never. If I need to help somebody, then I have a reserve. It's kingdom on mine. That's why my Cash App is called Let's Do Kingdom. In case didn't nobody know. It's my brand name. It's what God told me to do. Let's do kingdom. Come up out them four walls being religious. And trust me, in the days soon to come, I'm going to check a bunch of these religious people and these religious buildings and all of that stuff out here behooving and bamboozling God's people. Oh, I'm coming for y'all. I am. But tonight we're going to stick to the script. Father gave us way more than enough time, and I just want to show you now what is upon us. And then I wanted to address that stupid comment that people say, well, the best thing for us to do now is just God's going to provide. He has been trying to for a very long time. Tell me one time, one scenario where the Father allowed the enemy to make moves against his people. And he just told them, oh, just stand there. I'll protect you. No, he said, you better pick up and go to war. You shall go in and invade their territory and take back the plunders. Oh, well, I don't want you to fight this time. Just lift up your voice. However, there was movement and activity involved. And then you got these people. I love you too, son. Shut the door, please. Shut that door, please. I'll be done in a minute. He has never just told his people to just stay right there. That is not the way that the Most High God operates. Just like we need him, he needs us in the earth. That's why we're here as little gods, created in his image and his likeness. So I ask you on tonight, since you are little gods, created in his image and his likeness, he got his underwears on, so he sure cannot come up over here. That's why I told him to bag up, because he'll run right up over here on the camera and just give me a big old hug. He ain't got no shirt on. My son is the naked man, literally. He don't like clothes, and I didn't like clothes on me when I was pregnant, so I guess that's where he got it from. I would just lay around my house all day with no clothes on, because they irritated my body. So Redeem ain't got no clothes on. He is not coming nigh to this camera, okay? I will catch Redeem on the next round. When he put his clothes on, I tell him all the time, keep your clothes on in case you got to run outside or something. You the naked man, country in a mug, barefoot, naked country dude, straight up. But my question, if God created you in his image and his likeness as a little God in the earth, what would God be doing? Let me get real close. What would he be doing? Would he be allowing these devils to do what they're doing? Or would he be ruling and regulating? Because I do know that we were commanded to rule, subdue, have dominion, be fruitful, multiply. That's why you got warriors out here like myself. And I'm not talking about people who will worry. Not that kind of warrior. Warrior with an A. Those that'll put a knife in their teeth and fight to the very last breath, my friend. That kind. People that have already determined it in their heart. For this I live, and for this I will definitely lay it down. right? Because I know what I was told to do. I know that I was told that I have power and authority. So if I say a system gonna fall down, it's gonna fall down. Y'all hear me right now, okay? Keep watching PayPal. They're next. Whenever you touch, see, I'm ruling. That's what I'm doing in the earth. People be like, dang, Tawana, you don't be playing. You be binding and rebuking. What else am I supposed to do? He told me to rule, to take dominion, to have authority. I don't take that lightly. I'm going to do exactly what my father told me to do. And if he was in the earth, do you think the God that you serve will be down here letting these devils rule and run his people? If your answer is no, then listen. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all need to rise up and stop living beneath your means. Whether you believe in him or not, he believes in us. And his plan or his will is that none of us perish. We will perish because we want to. He said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's the reason why you would perish. You didn't take the time to know. You didn't want to know. You didn't care to know. You didn't do nothing to build. You didn't do nothing to preserve it. None of that. That's why you would perish. Because you did not take heed. You tracking? You tracking? That's the only way you're going to perish. Family? No, you got to be bold. They can't hold you down, brother. They cannot. Trust me. I know what you're talking about. They can't hold you down. You belong to the Most High God. You don't belong to them. They can't hold you down. And when you stand courageously, then your Father will back you 1,000%. Do everything using wisdom. Don't get me wrong, because I feel what you're saying. But these cats are going down. They are. Every system that has imprisoned God's people is going down. Trust and believe that. Let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick. I may help you, Revelation. Shut the door, Redemption. She ain't getting on the camera neither. All right. Standing in agreement with you. Hold on, let me go on over here. Let me go on over here. So I'm going to start here and work my way up real quick, okay? Y'all see that? This is the head of Pfizer. I want y'all to read it. This is a conversation between these cats. How about we frighten the pants on everyone with the new strain? But the complication with that Brexit is taking the top of the line. Yep, that's what will get proper behavior change. So when do we deploy the new variant? Can't make it up. It's a drill. Go look up who these people are. Say text messages. Anything that I come with, don't come with receipts, okay? You can go fact check that. Hold on. Let's see what this next one is. Now look at this. Let me show you what it is first. Silicon Valley Bank CEO Greg Becker sold 3.6 million of the company's shares under a trading plan less than 2 weeks before the bank failed. Do y'all know what they did when the bank failed? And this is why we got to be wiser. How were they able to get away with that? Because people kept putting their money in the bank. I'd be tripping out when they be like, is what Dr. Tawana doing a scam? I'll be like, you scammed every day. What is you talking about? If you got a bank and money in the bank and you use a banking system, you are scammed out of your money every day. The job that you work is a scam. The food that you eat, it's a scam. It ain't even real. But you paying top dollar for food with the same amount that you paid minimum price for a year ago. That's a scam. How is the food $12 when it used to be $3? It's the same food. No different packaging, no different weight, none of that. But you're paying it and you're being scammed. You're giving $6 for a product that's really only $3. You understand? This is a play. There was transactions. Greg W. Becker sold these shares. Understand? Keep on moving. Let me close this out. Right before they had to shut down the bank, they paid out bonuses to the top people. Oh, so don't think that they just left that bad boy empty-handed. But he sold all them shares 2 weeks before. And then right before the bank shut down and was seized, he paid out big bonuses, big bonuses, annual bonuses. Just hours before the bank was seized. Hours. So now they rolling this out. I'm just going to roll with it. It's in order. Some of it's not in order. Billions of Gmail, Outlook, Android, and iPhone users are issued a government warning. Now, how in the hell is the government warning us through our phones and emails? And they are saying that you're going to check the text that we send you, or you're going to risk losing your identity. Is that an overreach or not? Y'all talk back to me. Let me check the comments over here. What are y'all thoughts about this? Is this becoming a totalitarian regime? Does that sound control to you? Y'all talk back to me. They crashing the banks on purpose. They're using your money to pay out bonuses and your money that you put in there, and then just boom. And then guess what? The FDIC, the insurance department, just comes in and makes everything okay. The feds, the feds. So now we're going to bankrupt the buck and institute our digital dollar. This is a great plan. Matter of fact, let's roll out the new variant. That'll show put them all. See, the one thing about it is I'm in constant communion with the Father. When you don't see me, I'm praying somewhere, meditating somewhere. If I ain't coaching or teaching, I'm praying and meditating. My day starts with that. My day goes with that. And I clearly heard in the spirit, and I said this a couple of weeks ago when I heard it, because I heard it clearly, that they would rather, and if you heard me say this, and just put a yes in the chat. Okay? Just put a yes in the chat. The Father told me these people will use a bioweapon on y'all. a bioweapon before they relinquish power. He showed me clear as day. Like they have a way to just do away with people. They have been experimenting with dangerous, dangerous stuff for a very long time. And he showed me clear as day, they will release a biochemical weapon. People just inhale it, breathe it, whatever the case may be, and boom, you go. Before they relinquish power. That's why we ain't got time to be fighting about no politics. They all on the same team. Why are we divided and fighting behind politics when we should be united? Because they can't take us all down. They can take a few of us. Oh, well, I'm this and I'm that, and just little fews and twos. Yeah, they can come in and divide and conquer that. Let me get back to this. It sounds very totalitarian. And this has been popping up on my feed for several days. Answer the warnings from the government or risk losing your identity. You see that? Not a good sign. Google quietly issues red alert warning to billions. Take 5 steps or risk total bank wipeout. Now they want to warn and tell people what's up on us. Let me see if I can go back over here. Yeah. Let me touch on this one real quick. The United States Special Ops want to use deep fakes to conduct propaganda and deception campaigns. U.S. Special Operations Command wants to use deep fake videos to conduct propaganda and deception campaigns online. According to the Federal Contracting Documents Review. Well, let's go and see what are deep fake videos. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's psychological warfare. I just went and looked up what is a deep fake video. I dare you to go look it up on YouTube. It's right there. It says the U.S. Special Ops wants to use deep fake to conduct propaganda and deception campaigns. I just want y'all to be aware. While the U.S. government routinely, warns against the risk of deepfakes and is openly working to build tools to counter them, the document from Special Operations Command, or SOCOM, represents nearly, I didn't finish screenshotting the rest of it. A lot of the stuff I take photos of so I can show you. If I need to send the link, then I will, and it's probably somewhere here in my messenger as well, because this was very important. Hold on, let me see if I can go up here. Did I show y'all that? What is this one? Right. What happens when you tell the most armed citizens of a nation that you lost all of their money? What do you think is going to come from that? What do you think is going to come from when you have to stand up and say, you know what, we lost all of y'all money? Because it's not the bank's money. This is the Great Reset. All banks are collapsing internationally and intentionally to bring a one world currency. Check it out for yourself. Look at these banks. First Republic Bank, Western Alliance Bank, SBNY Bank, Zion Bank, EWBC Bank, FITB, CFG, KeyBank, HBAN, CMA, MTB, TFC, USB, Wells Fargo, Regions Financial Corporation. Get all of this. They are losing faster than what we can even blink. And the problem is this. If we all going to, that's right, it's the Hunger Games. Hi, baby. Shut the door, okay? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Shut the door. Bye-bye. My baby just distracted me. She always comes, gives me love. That's my sweet baby, Miss Revelation. But look at all these banks. They're not broadcasting that on mainstream media because they know that people will go and they will pull out their money, and that is going to collapse this currency even greater. You're going to collapse the currency faster and greater. It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the plan. Let me go get all my money out the bank. Now the bank has no money, which they already don't either. Anyway, we're in a big budget deficit trying to help Ukraine and everything else they did over the last 3 years intentionally. I got to keep stressing the fact that it is intentional. It's a part of the script. And if you don't believe it's a part of the script, hold on. Y'all know these devils right here always be telling the truth. What y'all see on the screen? Y'all type it in the chat before I play it. You know, The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Y'all know The Simpsons. What y'all see on the screen? That's right. Robert Kiyosaki said it. That's why they know how to play with their wealth, because they protect it so they don't lose it. Being wealthy comes with a task. It really does. It's just not, oh, I got a whole bunch of money. No, you got to learn how to attract it, multiply it, manage it, and protect it. It's a whole entire job. It's work, but it's not the work that we've been bamboozled to do, the slave work. No, but it's work. It takes some muscle. What y'all see? Come on, speak to me in the chat. I know y'all can't see it over here. If you on YouTube, you can. I'm going to let the video play, and then you'll hear exactly what it is that I'm sharing right now. But y'all tell me, what do y'all see on the screen? Put it in the chat over here on YouTube and Facebook. What do you see at the top of the Simpsons commercial? Thank you. No, we don't see Simpsons. Do we not see Silicon Valley Bank? This series came out like in 1997. It's a script, family. It's a script. Trust and believe it's a script. I'm going to run it for y'all and let y'all listen.
What do you mean the bank is out of money? Insolvent? You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers.
Hey, wait a minute. Just a second here. No, I don't have your money here. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house.
Hey, what the hell are you doing with my money in your house, Fred?
Y'all want me to play that again? Y'all want me to play that again? Because they telling you the narrative. When the banks crash, they gonna blame it on regular people and have us fighting each other. But they stole the money. Well, you know what broke today? They said it's our fault. They said it's our fault. That the bank closed. Ain't that something? And guess who they say they want to pay it back? They already got bailed out by the feds, so now the feds is in control. Who do you think is going to pay for that? Because they said it today. I dare you to go fact check me. They said us taxpayers will suffer because they stole that money from people. And then said, hey, we ain't got enough to pay our bills. And then the feds had to come in and rescue it. Bail in. Thank you, Brother Marquis. Period. This is getting very ugly. I'm going to let y'all see it again, though. Hold on, because I want y'all to see it again. This is in a Simpsons episode long time ago.
What do you mean the bank is out of money?
Silicon Valley Bank, out of all banks, though?
What do you mean the bank is out of money? Insolvent? You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers?
Hey, wait a minute. Just a second here. No, I don't have your money here. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house.
Hey, what the hell you doing with my money in your house, Fred?
Yep. There you go. How's the government for you? Because we keep trusting these cats. These cats told us a long time ago what the plan was. Unfortunately. You know. And the other folks, you know what I'm saying? Like, they prepared, okay? What will you do if the US dollar collapses next week? Are you prepared? How are you planning to handle the situation? We can learn from each other by sharing, right? Okay, well, let's see what they done to prepare. Let's check it out. Oh, I bought gold and silver, kept cash out and stocked up on food and water. Been prepping for 2+ years. I'm relaxed and ready. I have gold and silver to use if needed. My full trust is in God. He is why I purchase precious metals. Thank you, Father. Somebody else just said, hey, I just need some more pet food. Yes, plenty of food, fuel, and metal. What about this one? I have enough food, cash, and physical metals on hand, not worry at all. I put my faith in God. I'm stocked, locked, and loaded. For God's sake, people are acting like it will last years. I'm enjoying the show. I will be even more fun watching the sleepers next week. Land is the best asset. Better with tools to work it and create leverage on working hours. I have gold and silver to use if needed. The other people, those that have been preparing for quite some time. And I come here tonight, I'm like, how many of my people got this or that? How many of us are ready for this? No. What we been doing? U.S. discusses fund to backstop deposits if more banks fail. Feds waste special vehicle after SVB swiftly collapses. Regulators are racing to stem the fallout for other banks. Brace yourself. That's what they put. Bloomberg, brace yourself. For what? I wonder for what? Now you got the media saying, man, this is catastrophic. This is catastrophic. Check it out. These are the lines forming that. You're just trying to go get their money out. Old folks, that's one video. At Silicon Bank, to be exact. Let me speed this train up. This is Wells Fargo. Yesterday. Long lines. Line starts over here, come all the way back down. These people is rushing to get their money out of the bank, which is going to cause a catastrophe. It's exactly what they wanted. And then gold's not going to go down. So the dollar will collapse. Yeah. See what this one is. This is our debt ceiling, in case we didn't know. The U.S. now has record $16.5 trillion in household debt. Record $11.9 trillion in mortgages. $1.6 trillion in auto loan debt. Record $986 billion in credit card debt. Total mortgage debt is now more than double the 2006 peak. Meanwhile, 36% of Americans have more credit card debt than savings, with balances rising at the fastest pace since 1999. You're being played. We pay our taxes, which gives the government a loan. We take our money to the banks that give the banks money to invest with a loan. We use debit cards and let them charge us to use our money, to hold our money in the bank that they are transferring and transporting and trapping our money and trafficking our money with their bills. And then they just get to go belly up and leave you in the negative. Ain't that something? Y'all still trust these people? Y'all see, I got to keep my voice down because I get riled up when I think about it. I get highly upset when I think about that. And then you got the nerve to say Dr. T over here scamming you for what? Scamming you for what? You ain't about to have a damn thing. That's why you need to take what you got and you need to put it in something that's going to preserve you. Tell me who telling you to do the right thing for you and your family instead of trying to take something from you. Tell me. I will wait. See the date on that? I was telling people November 16, 2022. What did I tell them? We're in March 2023. November 16, 2022. Dr. T. Banks out here taking people money. Get your money out of the bank. Get your money out of the bank. Because they out here taking people money. You see that? March 12, 2020. My husband was working for a governmental entity right during the pandemic. And he got a text saying, look, March 12, 2020. You see how many comments? Because they went berserk. They thought they was going to come for me. That could never happen. That would never happen. Are you trapping? Get your money out of the banks because they will be closing next. Today is March the 15th, 14th. This was almost 3 years to the date. 3 years and 2 or 3 days to the date that I shared this. Shut the door, Jill. I was going to share that. Let's see. Shut that door, baby. You don't got no clothes on. I said, shut that door and lock it until I come out. December 23rd, 2020. Listen, get your money out of these foreign banks. New banking rules set to affect 234 million Americans. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, Citibank, US Bank. That's just a partial list of banks that could be impacted. I posted this December 23rd, 2020. I've been sounding the alarm. This is a big deal. Iran and Saudi Arabia, that's a big deal. That's a big deal with the CCP. This is all a big, big deal. I had to snap a screenshot of this today because this just broke out on the news. Yeah, Tyson Food plans to lay off 1,700 more workers. And let's not leave the big virtual demon out. Facebook parent Meta slashes another 10,000 jobs. This is today. Why? Because Babylon is falling. That's why. And it will continue to fall. And if you in it, you're going to fall with it. Okay? Let me just show y'all these two last important things. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to be here on Friday. Live and in living color with some very important information that you and we all need to be aware of. Don't come here and just, get you some for yourself. Sharing is caring. Make sure you come and bring somebody. It's important.
114 branches across the UK from next April. The bank HSBC is to close 114 branches across the UK from next April.
Today, I'm proud to say that under the UK's presidency, the G7 is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies, CBDCs.
Central bank digital currencies. That means that we won't need cash no more and we can be monitored all the time. That's going to be a much better society for everyone and definitely won't lead to social credit scores and being manipulated and having your bank shut down, will it? Surely.
Where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Imagine a world where you can't buy anything without permission, where every daily choice you make is monitored and logged into a database controlled by the leaders of your nation. A world where you could be forced to buy the things your government wants or blocked from purchasing the things it doesn't. A world where your money may no longer be a tool of personal freedom.
The bank HSBC is to close 114 branches.
Hold on, let me just get up to this next one. Hopefully y'all able to see. Let me check over here. But y'all able to see that? Hold on. That's right. Your pastor is right. I stand in 100% agreement. Because that's what my father told me. Babylon is falling. And the kingdom is rising. That's why I got a smile on my face. I said it before. Those of us that have prepared, we ain't scared. We're not. Here goes some more. Look at this line. Oh, that's still Silicon Valley Bank. I got another one in here for them in New York. Hold on, let me just get to it if I can. I want to show you what's something that's very, very important. Where all of this is going. And then I need to get on out of here. I'll share this other stuff with y'all. Friday. I want to definitely share this one. Because, baby, they preparing for something. And y'all let me know what they preparing for with all these tankers and stuff. That's all I want to know. Y'all let me know what they preparing for. Just anybody else? Why? Y'all got to be looking over here because there's no sound. There's so many tankers and warheads and all this stuff. I wonder why. Please don't tell me that they're getting ready to do a war in the middle of inflation. Please don't tell me that they're getting ready to do a war with bank closures and collapse. Please don't tell me that they are actually setting the stage to wipe out everything and then implement this new system. What if tomorrow everything you know to be normal is no longer normal? What if it was next week? I want to make sure I show y'all these last two things. That's it. Oh yeah, I think I got so much stuff to show y'all. Oh my goodness. What they finna use as the next pandemic. Friday. Make sure you tune in on Friday. I just want to show y'all this real quick. I just gotta show y'all this. What y'all see right here?
Next 5 enabled.
These are electric grills to grill your food. And you need to have something called to cook your food.
And then that goes to your carbon footprint, and next week you can't do barbecue anymore. This is crazy, guys.
Terrible. Y'all still with me over here? Okay, y'all still with me. Y'all still with me? Okay. I just want to show y'all one or two more things. And let y'all hear one or two more things. Just hold on a second. Because this is where this is all going. And this is where it is the most dangerous. And this is why I said many people will perish in the days to come. You did not prepare, you will perish. Let me pause this over here. I'm coming, honey. Close the door over there. Okay. No, not yet.
Introduced the idea of being the first 15-minute city in the United States. He did this in his State of the City address last night.
The urban planning model is new, but city planners told our Sarah Shookman the time is now to tap into federal dollars to address some of Cleveland's deeper problems.
Imagine a Cleveland where everything you need is less than 15 minutes away.
It's this ideal planning framework where human needs and desires are accessible within a 15-minute walk, bicycle ride, or transit trip. And that's really what we're striving for in this new planning model.
City planner Matt Moss says it doesn't have to be a dream. Instead of a concrete jungle where people work and separate places where people live, in a 15-minute city, everything is closer.
And it's starting out with the city we have now, and then asking residents how they might want their community to grow or change in ways that, again, make things more accessible or provide them with more opportunities to access the things they want to get to in their day-to-day life. Mayor Bibb introduced the idea of being the first 15-minute city in the United States. He did this.
Now, this is in Ohio. This is in the same place where they just had the chemical pollution from the train derailment, which means that the waters are also contaminated, which means that the government has a 2030 law that allows them to go in and seize land that has been contaminated or waters that have been poisoned. So now you know why they're doing the derailments. And now all of a sudden, They want to introduce a 15-minute city where everything is together and you don't have to ride and ride. It's just so better for you. We can get rid of the cars. We can get rid of the bicycles, everything that causes smog, and just 15-minute city. Well, baby, let me show you what a 15-minute city is. Ooh-wee. Let me show you what a 15-minute city is, because they already got them implemented. Redeem, I will be out in just a second, okay? Like 2 minutes. Let your dad put them to sleep real quick. Before I show y'all what a real 15-minute city is, let me just show y'all this one, because this one right here, yeah.
First fully automated McDonald's is now open in Fort.
Oh, this is a big deal. First fully automated McDonald's is open, yeah.
This is huge news. The first fully automated McDonald's is now open in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, this is what's going to happen with AI technology. It's going to first take over low-level jobs that require repetitive tasks, simple decision-making. This includes jobs like this McDonald's here. As AI systems become more sophisticated, they will take over more complex jobs. Financial analysis, legal, even medical diagnosis will eventually be taken over by AI. This is
So if you think your job is safe, it's not. If you think you got time to play games, you don't. If you don't think that you should be buying land and hooking up with people in the community that would actually defend you, you defend them, and you got your land, okay, somewhere in a rural area where they can't come through and contaminate and all of that stuff, then think again. Let me show you what a 15-minute city is, okay? They already got them implemented in China and Canada. Now the first one will be in Ohio. Isn't that something? The very place where they had 2 derailments in 1 week. Oh my God. Here we go. I'm locked up. Won't let me out. I'm locked up. When your family locked up and separated by cages, you can't go to your neighbor's house. Let me like that. So y'all see it. You can't go to your neighbor's house because them and their family in this complex right here, 15-minute city. You don't do what we say. We get to dictate whether you get to live and rent and go to the grocery store, the movie theaters. If you're eating too much pork, we turn off your money. We'll starve you. Actually, eating too much chicken. You know what I'm saying? If you buying too much cigarettes and alcohol, if you just spending too much money online, you know what they're doing in China? It's called the social credit scoring system. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys really quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me get out of that. China social. Let me show y'all a little quick video real quick what this looks like. And I'm going to let you beautiful people go. I think this is actually the video. Yeah. Is this a video that I saw? Let me see. I think this might be. Let me share this with y'all. Let me just show y'all what China what they're doing real quick.
So, picture your life in a place where everything you do, what you buy, how you behave, is tracked. The government gives you a score, and the score is a measure of how trustworthy you are as a citizen and determines what you're allowed to do, like ever. Boarding a train, getting a mortgage, all goes back to this score. It's called social credit. It sounds like that show Black Mirror, but it's actually happening in China. So how does that change you? Does it change you? What does your life look like when your every move is watched? The system's eyes are in big data, artificial intelligence, and roughly 200 million surveillance cameras. And that's totally fine with Ouyang Haoyu. She's 21, graduated from a good school with solid grades. She's diligent. She's nice. No surprise, she's a 752. That's her rating with Sesame Credit, a private company working with the government on the algorithms for the social credit system. The scores go from 350 to 950 and are based on habits and behavior. Buy clothes or diapers, it's good. A lot of alcohol, too many video games, not so good. Haoyu's 752 puts her in model citizen range and gets her discounts and privileges, like using a shared bike without a deposit. She likes it. Her friends do too. They all have pretty high scores.
It's a mechanism like pushes you to become a better citizen, to build on the trust, especially on the Chinese market.
Because you're not going to be punished if you haven't done anything wrong.
I think that's the point. I think the system is working as a warning or an alert to push people to do it, to be a good person.
And it's mandatory. When it goes national, social credit scores will be assigned to every one of China's citizens for life. And what's weird is that so many people seem okay with it. It's complicated, but China went from extreme poverty to economic giant pretty quickly. The credit history system didn't grow at the same pace, so people would default on loans and get away with it. Add in scandals around fake food, tainted baby milk, counterfeit goods, and what you've got is a big problem with trust. So, in 2014, the Communist Party called for a system to allow the trustworthy to roam everywhere under heaven while making it hard for the discredited to take a single step. The model is a place called Rongcheng. It's in Shandong province. It's orderly. Streets are spotless. Cars slow down, which is unheard of in China. Words like honesty and credibility appear on propaganda posters. Display cases show pictures of Rongcheng's most honored citizens. You start with 1,000 points, and you can print out your report anytime. You lose points for things like jaywalking, littering, tossing cigarette butts, or spreading rumors. Cameras do a lot of the surveillance work, but it's pretty analog too, like posters that list the ways you can gain or lose points. And each night, local TV shows the surveillance highlights of the day. And then there's Zhou Aini. She's an information collector, a paid enforcer who walks around and writes down deeds about her neighbors. Like the man who carried a drunk person home. Things like this are good deeds, she said. But the farmer overheard swearing and being rude, yeah, bad deeds. Her quota is 10 a month. She likes the work, thinks the city's better for it. The thing about the social credit system is that there isn't one single system, not yet. Different places have different rules. So what do you do if you have bad social credit? Well, for one, you talk about it on Weibo, which is like Twitter. There are forums for discredited people to vent and get advice. In Chongqing, we hooked up with Huang Huijun. He had a business until he was sued by a client, and Huang refused to pay 90 grand to settle it. So the court put him on a social credit blacklist, and things got way worse. He explains that being blacklisted means he can't buy airplane or train tickets. When he tries, a message pops up saying he's discredited. By the end of last year, blacklisted people were blocked from booking 23 million flights and 5 million high-speed train trips. And the list goes on. Being discredited makes it hard to get a job, a loan, a hotel room, or put kids in certain schools. Then there's the public shaming, photo galleries of blacklisted citizens. There's even an app that shows who around you is in debt. In China, being monitored is nothing new, but algorithmic surveillance makes it possible to collect data to build detailed profiles of people, especially the ones not loyal to the government. Of all the video surveillance cameras on the planet right now, nearly half of them are in China. Are people bothered by privacy concerns?
So we think the lot of camera keep the safety is really good things. A lot of people, we can accept it.
And cameras are getting smarter.
So the information that comes out from my image identifies that I'm female, middle-aged, talks about whether I'm wearing glasses, the shape of my face.
AI is taking them next level. They can do more than just see. They actually understand who they're seeing. So at what point can the technology know too much? Does it already?
Most time, people don't care about it. But if the technology learns too much, for example, cross the red line, it's not very good.
How far off are we from needing to draw those red lines?
It's very hard to say. I think maybe decades, I mean 10 years or 20 years, 15 years maybe.
10 or 15 years before it gets out of control. Yeah. They can't even handle the technology.
It's coming. It's coming.
And where does it all go? Hao-Yu isn't so bothered. Her Sesame score is high. Life is good and she's used to living most of it online. Soon, her education and medical records and any run-ins with the law will factor into her social credit score. And wherever she goes, someone will follow and ask, who can you trust?
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking.
All right, y'all. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Y'all say something back to me before I let y'all go. My husband had made dinner and I'm hungry. If you post something on your, if you woke and you share the truth, docked. You jaywalk, you disobey, docked. Cars cut off. Healthcare's cut off. I didn't even show y'all the one where you can't even get into your apartment complex, locked out. Can't get into work, locked out. That's what's coming up the chute here. Don't think it's just in China, because I'll pull up an article right now. United States social crediting system. Let me just let y'all hear, okay? Baby. Here we go. When did this get published? Let's see. Oh, August the 3rd of 2021. Coming soon, America's own social credit system. Yeah. The new domestic war on terror. Oh, it's coming. Last week, PayPal announced a partnership with the left-wing Southern Poverty Law Center to investigate the role of white supremacists and propagators of anti-government rhetoric. You say anything, that's why PayPal can take your money. If you say something they don't agree with, they can fine you $2,500. Yeah. The creation of the digital dollar. Y'all see? See, y'all can't see that over here. I'm reading it to y'all. Why does the Federal Reserve need a digital currency? Digital money is nothing new. Debit and credit cards have been with us for years, so that's what they're going to tell us. It's nothing. Cash is trash. We got a new system. Payments are expensive. You know, money passed the DIVOC 19 around. It's coming. China is already far along in developing a digital currency. They even cite China up in here. It's the Federal Reserve or Facebook. A digital currency would support the dollar's role globally. Central bank digital currencies still have risks, such as you can get all your money taken. Yeah, y'all definitely go look this stuff up. I come by here to share and educate because I know a lot of my people ain't going to take the time to go do the research. So I try to show it to you. So it's time for y'all to work. Work while it is day, for when night cometh, no man can work. One of the things, and I got to say this, especially for spiritual people, okay? One of the biggest things that the Father told me, Passover is coming upon us in just a couple of weeks. If y'all not familiar with the story of Passover, then please go get familiar with the story of Passover, because as soon as Passover, that whole season, we're going to see bloodshed like never before. When I tell y'all the plagues are already here, go look up, is it raining worms in China? And go look up, is it raining fish? How do it rain worms? And how does it rain fish? I dare y'all to go look that up and then come meet me on Friday. It broke news. Matter of fact, let me just show y'all right here real quick. I said I got to go, and I really do. Been here 2 hours. My. But y'all know when I come through, I'm always coming to educate. Let's just go and let me let y'all see this. Raining worms. I done heard it all. Plagues. Okay. Go ahead and share the screen real quick. Yeah, that's what he told me, sis. Prepare my heart. You see, I still keep coming on this bad boy, trying. It's crazy. Let me let y'all see this one right here. It's a video. Hopefully it's...
You might be seeing on your phones through social media, and this is something which is absolutely bizarre and something that has never been witnessed before. It's raining worms or even worm-like creatures, because this is something that has not been identified, and the authenticity of the video is something that even the Chinese authorities are yet to verify. Now the animals, or you can see those worm-like creatures seen covering the streets and the vehicles. Many of those residents there who have apparently tweeted and put out those videos. What is now being said that the province residents in the video who were securing themselves with umbrellas.
How do it rain worms? As you can just see, this was 2 days ago. How does it rain worms? Yep, it was in Australia. In a freak weather event, a live fish started falling from the sky at the Jamunu community on the edge of Australia desert. How do it rain fish? Huh? Make this make sense. February 21st, 2023. Fish keep falling from the sky onto same town. Plagues. Passover is upon us. If you're not in him, I don't know what to tell y'all. I have come by here and warn and try to offer solutions and say, hey, family, we need to be going. We need to be doing this stuff. We need to be building. We cannot be distracted. I have had a whole lot of unnecessary activity trying to persuade me or knock me off course, and I still have had to plow through it. So it's going to come with some opposition. The enemy ain't going to never want us to win or get out of his tutelage. But that's where real perseverance comes from. And before I get off here, I'm going to say this. The Father told me maybe about a month ago now. I actually got on here and I read to you where he told me to go. Ezekiel 7, 8, and 9. Where he spoke about the death angels roaming the earth and putting to death everybody who did not have the mark. Who was here on that line? There were 6 men that was told to bring weapons of war, and there was 1 man with a linen robe, and the 6 men were told to follow the man with the linen robe. And the man with the linen robe had a writing kit at his side, Ezekiel 9. And he said, mark the heads of those who are truly disgusted with all the evil and wickedness that has gone on. And everybody that is not marked, kill them. Children, grandparents, leaders, priests, minister, don't matter. And when he gave me that word, he said, I want you to call forth a solemn assembly, and all those that will come will be marked. Marked means they have my signature on them. Same thing that happened in Egypt. The doorposts of the homes that were marked escaped death. And the ones that were not, they perished. So I say this to say this. The Father has called us to gather at a place. We don't get to pick and choose who he chooses to use, what place what city or state he gonna have it in. He just said we need to get to a place and we need to gather, and he's gonna meet us there. And he's gonna seal us for what's getting ready to come during Passover and even thereafter. Okay? For those that have an ear, will hear what the Spirit is saying. Who cares about your job and all of this other stuff? At this point in time, it's on the verge of being chopped anyway. At this point in time, your money ain't y'all still trying to hold on to money. You don't have any assets. You haven't backed your dollar by gold. The dollar is trash. Cash is trash. So a lot of people have not prepared for what is to come. And even yet and still, the Father is saying, many have not prepared, but I will spare those. I will cover those. I will put my signature upon those and draw a line in the sand that you cannot touch these ones. Wherever I see myself, I'll pass over, and not even a dog will bark at you. Wherever I see my blood, wherever I see my stamp of approval, wherever I see my signature, I will pass over. If I can serve anybody in any capacity, you want to stop playing and buy some land. You want to stop playing and get into an industry that will actually allow you to get some rapid cash, some fast cash, so that you can go buy gold and silver and land. That's very important. We need water. Water is being sold on the stock market for a reason. Now a lot of the water is contaminated. So if I can serve y'all know what it is. Email me or call me, okay? Let's see if I have a banner over here. If I don't, I'm just going to say what my email is. If you want to play games and tell me all a million stories, I ain't got time for it right now. I'm in build mode. I'm straight up being authentic and real. I'm in build mode. We was going to do it on 26th, 27th. It's actually going to be April 7th. April 7th and 8th, because it's during Passover season. So we were instructed to move it back. But that's my email, and that's the phone number where I can be reached on the screen. My email, for those that cannot see it, is TJTWorlds, like the world we live in with the S on the end. T for Tawana, J for Janice, T for Thacker, which is my maiden name, and Worlds, which is my married name. TJTWorlds@yahoo.com. Or either you can call at 833-743-4771. You might want to write this down, take a screen record, or whatever the case may be, because these videos are all coming down. Okay? I'm not going to give them the opportunity to shut me down off this platform from speaking to my people. So these videos will be removed. I'm going to say that again. My email is TJTWorlds@yahoo.com. And my phone number is 833-743-4771. Now, I need y'all participation in something, because I'm going to show you what the Father wants me to do to show us how easy it is to get ourselves out of this situation. But what I need y'all to do is share. The more of us we can bring together, then the more of us can build and do what we need to do, okay? I'm going to be being obedient and doing something that he told me to do to help his people. Whenever I show up, I don't care what I show up with. I don't care what I show up with. Believe that the Father sent me. The deals that I show up with, the promos that I show up with, the Father sent me. Said, do not rip off my people. You could be going over there and paying them $50,000, $10,000, $7,000 for the bare minimum. But I'm telling you, now is the time. Crazy part about that whole bank being seized and closed, they allowed China to buy the bank for $1.25. I wonder why. And why we don't got a bank. Why we don't have our own platforms. How many of us got land? I had to be obedient and go get land. He said, look, now you divide it up. And you guys all can stay in your own community. In a rural area in Texas where they don't play that. In Texas where they're becoming a sovereign state. In Goshen, where the Father told us to get to, where he would protect us. To move and leave the West Coast, like a lot of folks scared to do. But I will protect you in the place that I told you to get to. So we did that. And then even invited you all. Come buy you a half-acre land so you can build on it. At least you and your family got somewhere to go. With other community believers, it's going to protect us. It's enough room for us. And people still weren't interested. They were still interested in spring break and all this foolishness. Buying in the very system that's going to hang you. Ain't that something? Buying in the very system that's going to hang you. The one that's already hanging you. The one that's coming for your job, coming for your money in the bank. Why? Why? Why do that to yourselves? The Father gives us a way out. We are not supposed to stutter, delay, procrastinate, act with anxiety or hesitation. We are supposed to be 100% obedient. Because when we want God the Father to do something for us, we want him to do it for us right now. Guess what? When he wants us to do something for him, he wants us to do it right now. You're supposed to be walking with God. God done already left. We're not supposed to be at 2 blocks, 10 blocks, 20 blocks behind. He says, I know. I'm Alpha and I'm Omega. I'm the beginning and I'm the end, and I know what's coming, and you don't. But if you would hearken to my voice, this bank money and all of that stuff for people who's actually getting prepared, it's for a reason. So I said the kingdom people ain't destitute and downtrodden. We're just waiting for the right time. The land is here in Texas. The land is here in Texas. I've shared lots of time the land opportunity. Not so I can get, that's what he told me to do. Go buy land big enough to allow my people to be able to buy land for cheap. You cannot go buy no house or no land for no $25,000. Can't. With your own water, well, power, your family. That's what I was thinking about. Me and my children and my grandchildren and other like-minded individuals will be able to come together as our own community and build our own bank and build our own hospital and build our own grocery store and build our own school. And we will take care of each other until he comes for us, until our time expires, whichever is greater. But also just being in proximity with me because we're buying property in the motherland. Told y'all, get in on the Millionaire Monarch. In October, we will be going to Africa to buy some more land as he leads and as he is led. See, you got to be in proximity with people. And while we're here, we're living tax-free lives. We're building trust, placing LLCs under them. Let the trust pay the bills. It's a way to play the game. And that's why you need somebody to show you. Trying to wonder and figure it out is going to take up time. That's why I needed to invest in me. I didn't have time. I wasted too much time. He told me way back in 2010 to begin to stock and prepare. Look how I just showed y'all that from 3 years ago. That's now happening 3 years. Now, people would have told me, you dumb. And a lot of them did. You see 88 comments on one post. Girl, you crazy. That ain't going to never happen. In 3 years and 3 days to the day, the very thing that the Father showed me. And if you didn't see my warning today, because he said it today, there's going to be another major bank close and then 2 more that's going to follow right behind it. And you going to know that he said it as soon as you see it. Stop playing. Good night, y'all. Y'all have any questions for me before I go? If I can serve you, email me. If what I said has bore witness with you, then you need to email me. We need to come together, whether it's with you or with somebody else. A missed opportunity is just that. You can't get that back. I didn't go buy land so I can just kick back and yeah, whatever. I didn't go buy land for that. I bought land because I was led by God so that he can preserve his people. And not only that, we're going to use the government's money. Isn't that something? We're going to sell our services to the government. And we're going to get our reparations back. And that's a legal binding contract, okay? So that means if I get a contract for 20 years, they got to pay me. I don't care what kind of currency y'all got. Me and mine's going to eat. Do you understand me? Because that is the way that the Most High told me to go get your reparations. And some of your ancestors too. Oh, yes. And if you want to get rapid wealth, then go ahead and get in the transportation industry. One load, $2,000. How many of y'all is making $2,000 in one day? 6,000 in 1 week? Anybody? Because if you are, I just want to highlight you. And if you aren't, I want to say, why would you settle for less? When I can show you how to invest. Start a transportation company, use the resources from the transportation company, and then up the ante and sell it to the government. Y'all seen they offered us $301 million to transport construction stuff. That ain't going nowhere. It's a way to play the game, but you got to get in the game to play it in order to win. I need to call you, sister. Some crazy stuff happened out there when we was supposed to, my rental car got stolen. We were supposed to hook up, but I got to reach out to you. Text me or email me so I know to call you ASAP for sure, please, sister. When we talk about freight brokerage, I got started, sis. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Period. Salute to you. If you get a contract, we have to be in that system now? No. See, the government contracting is not, oh, I'm getting a part of the government system. The government contract is, I'm no longer a slave to your system. I'm actually, you working for me, pretty much. You paying me to go provide you a service, basically. Oh, you need construction? Sure, I got you. I'm going to let Miho and them go ahead and build that up. I'm going to charge you $1 million for that. See, y'all the biggest spinners. So I get to charge what I want to. That's how I get my reparations back. I'll charge you $1 million for that project. Hey, Migos, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shoot you $500,000 for the project. For the next 2 years, you already know your family's straight. Got $500,000 coming in. I'm going to take my $500,000 because my part of the contract is going to be to pay y'all. So now I got $500,000 and now I can go build what I need to build. What God told me to build. Off a $500,000 contract that I ain't got to touch. Oh, you need my trucks, transportation? Cool, I ain't got 10, 18-wheelers to get Walmart products from A to B. But you know what? I got some family that got 18-wheelers. I'm going to go hit them up. Hey, how much we got charge? Okay, well, that's going to be about $5 million for the next 5 years. And shoot them 4 and 3. I'm going to keep them 1. It's how you play the game. Y'all understand? If y'all tracking, just put a yes in the comment. That when I do that, is the light bulb coming on? They got a $36 billion contract for power washing. I don't power wash, but I know somebody who do. I got people all around the state. So if I need a contract in Florida, Miami, Wyoming, New York, boom, I got people in preparation. I built that strategically under the influence of the Holy Spirit. I couldn't have thought about that myself. And he's been telling me this is the way that I want my people to go. And this is what I want you to tell my people. And this is how I want you to bring them in, and I want you to show them exactly how to play the game and what's available for them. Government contract work everywhere. When you become a federal contractor, I can go take contracts everywhere. We even got contracts international. Isn't that something? Took us away from a place that I can get a contract and go build a very big place. I want some clean water. I want some hospital assistance. I want some homes, and the government will pay me to build in the motherland. Then I go stay there, or I do whatever the case may be. I have a place to visit. I get paid for doing that project. Then I go turn around and build me another compound. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I even have a transportation, but DPM. What's the DPM? What's the acronym for that? All right, y'all. I love y'all over here, okay? I love you enough to show up. I know it's been a couple of weeks since you've seen me. And it may even be a little bit more time. I'm on an assignment, so I need y'all help. And the only help that I need y'all to do is get more people involved. I have land outside the USA as well. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's why we're going in October. And that's why we're doing deals in Rwanda and several different places. Because it is written that I will gather my people from all the four corners of the earth where I have scattered them. I will bring them home. So we just prepping. You feel what I'm saying? We're just obedient, being led. That's it. We don't know nothing of our own accord, and I don't. I'm just being led. That's it. Whatever he tells me to do, I'm doing it. No questions asked. I'm not counting dollars like that's going to cost too much. This stuff ain't my money. What is money? It's currency. I need it to do what God has purposed me to do in this earth. That's it. So if I can serve y'all, y'all definitely hit me up, okay? It's on a first come, first serve basis. Everybody's always calling, like I said. It was a heck of an opportunity. We're getting ready to buy some more land in a path of growth. And they building, so that means your land appreciate. Land banking is the best investment in the whole entire world. That's why you ain't ever seen a broke landowner or a landlord. See how your name changed from just regular smuggler to a landlord? I own land. Never be broke, never be poor. Owning land. It's the greatest asset that you can have. So a wise man leaves an inheritance. That word, that definition of that word inheritance is land for his children's children. All right. With that being said, peace out, y'all. Thank you, sister, for the badge. Y'all are the best. Peace out, TikTok. Let me know who's over here rocking with me. I've been seeing y'all sitting up here for a cool minute, but you didn't ever say nothing. Just let me know who tapped in with me so I can shout you out, okay? All right, Instagram. Much love to you, K-Flow31, King of the Weights. I love y'all so much. If I find out how to actually pin y'all stuff, I will, okay? But I will shout you out. That's for sure. I do acknowledge your support, your love, even if it's not monetarily. Your shares. I appreciate y'all just as much as y'all appreciate me, okay? And I don't hate nobody. I show up because I love. It's genuine love. I take a whole bunch of bull crap, but that's cool. If I can just get one, you know what I'm saying? Then my mission is accomplished. With that being said, I love y'all. If ain't nobody told y'all that, I'm telling you that. And if somebody have, I'm adding to the love that they gave you, all right? Go in peace and not in pieces. Until the next time. Peace out.